Alright guys, what's up here? This is Anime Insight and you're with Trill Sensei here. What I'm going to be doing is um, my top 5 Gohan fights and 5 reasons why that they're my or why they are the best to me. So with that, I am going to start with number 5, and that would be Gohan facing Lavenda. And you basically already know that I had to throw some super in here, especially after that episode um, with Gohan striving for glory again. Uh, one, like the first reason why this was one of my top fights is because, like right in the beginning of the fight, he basically was like blind. Um, Two, even with being blind, it basically helped him enhance his other senses. Three, not only being blind, he was also poisoned. And four, still maintaining Super Saiyan even when while being poisoned, and which they explained in the episode. Um, since he was in Super Saiyan mode, the poison was rushing through his body more rapidly in his system. And number five would have to be after driving Lavender into the ground. Um, First, he basically still was maintaining Super Saiyan form, poison like to the max, um, and basically got up and said he won. The perfect ending of that match, if you ask me. And I feel like they ripped Gohan off of that win, to be honest. But that's just my opinion. The next fight or the next top fight for me for at number 4 would be Teen Gohan versus Bojack and Bojack's crew. If you ever watched that movie, that total and scene was crazy because like he was basically getting killed by Bojack's crew like the whole time they were fighting almost, and he came back and went Super Saiyan 2 on that ass, and then basically says, Goku, or Father, I know you helped me and I won't let you down, does a battle cry. And then that wire trap that he was in from Bujin and Bojack's other crewmen that they got him in that bind in the earlier fight, how he was struggling with that, he broke that through easily with Super Saiyan 2. Basically had no effect on him. And then with that, and the fourth reason why is because he basically defeated Bojack's man uh, or crew with like bare minimum effort. He basically just hit them. He hit one of them with like one punch, and then he killed the other one with like a kick. Freaking epic. Um, Not only he defeated them, is that he easily killed Bojack with like one punch, and basically ends him with a key battle that they were having with one another with a Kamehameha. And then the third fight that's on my list right now would have to probably be Adult Gohan versus Broly. The first reason why is because he was going against a legendary Super Saiyan, of course, and that there could only be one in the universe. And like even his father had a hard time with him. And he also, like, in the beginning of the fight, he basically protects his family by defecting Broly's super attack and uses his body to protect his family and not get hurt somehow. And he does that again, like, the second time, but does get injured that time. For like some part of the fight, he was basically on par with him, battling back and forth a little bit. He even got Brawly submerged in lava for a bit. When I was young, I thought that fight was basically over. I thought there's no way he could be surviving that lava. But of course, legendary, wait for it, Derry. How I Met Your Mother reference. But Just watching that whole battle take place was awesome. The fourth reason was how brutally he was getting attacks from Brawly, and then he just sees Videl gets hurt, and then he kind of just snaps and then breaks free and pushes Brawly away. Um, and then in that last key battle that he had with Brawly was basically him at first doing a Kamehameha to Brawly's special attack, going up and forth, and Goten joined in, and then their father joined in, and it was basically a family Kamehameha, and that, when I was young, basically sent chills down my spine watching that fight. I was like, dang, that's freaking awesome. Um, Especially when Goku came in the end and did his last Kamehameha to uh, end him, sorry, and aid them. That's what I meant. But number 2 would have to be Ultimate Gohan versus Super Buu. First reason why is that he just comes back after getting beat by him before, and basically gets cocky with him and says, "You basically just beat me once, and it doesn't even matter because he just basically it's a one-sided battle." Um, Also, the second reason, also he punched Super Boo's face so hard that his eyes popped out like one of those old cartoons. It was like it came right out of his sockets. It was freaking gnarly. Number 3 was that although much of the fight he was just playing with Super Boo, it was just like again easy for him. Uh, Number 4 is that I kind of have mixed feelings on this one because he basically had Super Boo, to be honest, and should have just killed him when he had the chance, but got too cocky, and then Super Boo absorbed, as you know, Piccolo and uh, Gotenks and Trunks, basically. But even with Super Boo absorbing them, he was still holding his ground with Super Boo Gotenks for a while now. But that's basically my number 2 on my top 5 Gohan fights and 5 reasons why. The last one, which is probably a lot of people's favorite, was Teen Gohan versus Perfect Form Cell. And again, I just want to say this is like probably one of my top 5 favorite fight scenes in all of Dragon Ball, because it's like I'll explain the reasons why. The first reason is that we basically get to see Gohan going to Super Saiyan 2. The second is that he also basically kills all the Cell Juniors so easily and shows no mercy when killing them, just like destroying them like left and right. It was like a massacre. 3, Cell basically tries to power up as well. Gohan though is still giving him those hands though, and even took a punch by him and just it didn't affect him. And then he always does that move where he punches him in the gut, like he does so well. And yeah, so Cell basically in fears, he goes up into the sky as well, which is this is gonna be my 4th reason, and tries to do a Kamehameha down on to Gohan. But Gohan basically does one of his own Kamehameha and sends it back, and Cell is like all messed up. But again, Cell's damn regeneration ability. Again, during that time when he was focusing on regenerating, I still think Gohan shouldn't have gave him a chance and basically killed him off there. But as it goes forward, Gohan basically gives Cells like a kick, and he basically regurgitates number 18. And this is like the part where you guys all know as well, where he's about to blow up, and Goku, sorry, basically sacrifices himself and takes him out into space. But you know those. The only reason why I'm thinking it's this is because those Frieza genes he escaped in the vacuum of space. and then he came back to Earth. I have multiple reasons for this one. I know I said five, but I got multiple. This next one is that um, basically Gohan was like truly heroic in this moment for me, is because he protected Vegeta with his own body from like Cell's blast when Cell tried to do a cheap shot. Um, then again, another reason, this is probably like the main reason why this ranks number one. Basically, like he's all injured and messed up after receiving that hit from Cell. Um, but still is able to do the one hand Kamehameha. And then now in that final key battle, it looked like Gohan was losing, but everybody around was trying to help him out. Basically, try to block Cell's attention and like focus on helping Gohan out and getting that final finish. The last person that, or the second to the last person that comes in and helps was Goku. Comes in and tells him, um, "Look at all the people he hurt. He has hurt Gohan. Use that as your power." And then he basically, Gohan after image is right by. I mean, Goku's after image is right by Gohan's, and they're basically doing the father son Kamehameha. Also, Vegeta helped. He was the last person that helped him out. He did the last distraction and helped, and basically finally ended Cell with that father son Kamehameha. This is probably why this is my favorite like fight scene. One of my favorite, like I would probably say, not my favorite fight scene, but probably my like it's up there though. Like my top five, I would say this is was and on my list anyways, and probably many of yours out there. But these are my top five Gohan fights and five reasons, except for the last one because I had to add more reasons because this fight was so amazing. If you guys have any um, of your top five Gohan fights that I did not put in here, put that in the comments below. Again, like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for me personally, I'll be more than happy to listen to them. Just leave them in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to look at it. But again, this is Anime Insight here with top five Gohan fights. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and aloha.